A regional nonprofit organization focused on promoting business growth, building community, and advocating for the sustainable economic success of the greater Clinton region. Grow Clinton This Morning, a program in partnership with KROS.
Well, pleasure to have in studio with us today, Lesley Webster. It's been a while since we visited with you.
It has. It seems like it's been a really long time.
Of course, you with the Convention and Visitors Bureau, that wing of Grow Clinton. Mm-hmm. You tell me you've been making a couple of road trips recently.
I have. This is a fun time of year for me when there are a lot of different trainings around towns, around the country, really. So I was in Stuart, Iowa earlier this week on Tuesday, which is past Des Moines. And so I was there for the day doing, it's called a Tourism Insider Meeting, learning about things I think are really cool, like social media marketing. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but that was Tuesday. And then Friday I was up in Lansing, which is almost as far north as you can get in Iowa, and it's beautiful up there. So that was a meeting for the Mississippi River Parkway Commission. And then I've got coming up pretty soon the Iowa Downtown Conference, which is going to be in Sioux City, Iowa this year. And then an Upper Midwest Conference, which is in South Dakota. And then the Mississippi River Parkway Conference, which is in Southern Illinois this year.
Talk about the importance of going to these events and being a part of various committees and boards.
Right. So really, of course, it's in any industry, I'm sure, that the more you network with the people that are in the same industry as you, the more you learn. And especially since tourism was a new industry for me, every time I go, I come away with something new and something that I can improve on, or a new item I can work on, or something like that. So that's fantastic. And as well, the people that are in your world understand what you're going through. So they all get the same thing. And so then the conferences like the Mississippi River Parkway Commission and things like that. So I enjoy that. I'm part of that commission, and I am part of the Scenic Byways Commission, Iowa Scenic Byways Commission, and also part of the Black Hawk Waterways CVB, which is for Northwest Illinois. So those kinds of things are fantastic. I like getting involved in what's really kind of the greater cause of the areas and things like that. So working on how do we promote the Mississippi River? How do we promote the Great River Road? How do we promote those kinds of things that are broader than just us, but certainly impact us? In the state of Iowa, if you go to Iowa's tourism website, you can put in a road trip, and you can give them 2 locations and tell them, I want to start here, I want to go there, and where should I go and what should I see? And if you put that in there, there is no road trip that will bring you to Clinton unless you are traveling on the Great River Road, because we're not direct to anything. And so I just think Great River Road is one of those things we really need to be promoting, because that's how people find us and get here.
Yeah, it's an advantage for us to be on the Mississippi River, but it's a disadvantage that we're about as far east in the state as you can get.
I think we are. Can you get farther east?
I don't believe so.
I tell people if they look at the map, it makes a face, and we're the tip of the nose.
Yes, that's about
Iowa.
it. Yeah. Again, visiting with Lesley Webster. Tourism, of course, is important for the community, and had a big event. I haven't had you in since Tailgate and Tall Boys took place, but that was a spectacular success.
It was, and that was a city event, so it wasn't really, I wasn't the person planning it or having anything to do with that end of it, but my job then as tourism is to make sure people know that it's coming and the town is ready for it. And I think that Clinton did a great job representing us and who we are and what we have to offer. And overwhelmingly, the comments have all been super positive online, and it's really cool to see people this excited about something big for our city.
And this, of course, was the first of what will be 3 years, and I would imagine more of a commitment after that if Scott Madison and Josh Agers have their way.
That's right.
But that was great. It was great. So, Lesley, what else are we going to talk about today?
Well, I just wanted to hit real quickly on the topic of volunteerism, because we have a lot of really, really cool things that happen in our communities. The 4th of July event is coming up, which is not just the 4th of July. They've got events coming for a whole week, and I know you said you have people coming in.
Right, David Helsher will be in on Thursday morning, and I know for him it's just a one-day event.
Right, but that committee, so I counted it up the other day, something like 18 different committees that I attend meetings at. And so 4th of July is one of them. And, they've been working so hard on so many facets of it. And so, yes, they are focused on the 4th, but their goal is to really focus on all of the different events happening also and pull them all together so that there's a lot to do. And they need volunteers. So if that sounds like something you want to do, I would say reach out to Dave Helscher or reach out to Angie Gable from Gable Chiropractic. And let them know that you're interested in volunteering, and I'm sure they will find a place for you to work.
You know better than anyone the importance of volunteers.
Yes, absolutely. And the other things I was thinking of in Fulton, we have Heritage Canyon and the Windmill, and people may not realize that, but those are both run by volunteers. So the Heritage Canyon is really overall run by the American Crafters, and they could use volunteers if you wanted to help a couple times a year and be in a costume on the special days and be in a house or a shop or something. But also they need people throughout the year to do things like landscaping and installing a railing and painting things, stuff like that. And then the Windmill, believe it or not, is all volunteer run. And so they are constantly looking for people who are interested in training. And they've got coming up, oh goodness, I think it's in a few weeks. I would have to look to be sure. But they have a gentleman coming from the Netherlands who is doing, earlier in the day, he's doing a cooking demonstration. Now, that's completely sold out. You can't get in on it anymore, and it's got a waiting list. But he's doing that in the morning. Then in the evening, he's doing some, I believe that is the edutainment program for the Windmill that month, and he'll be talking about the Netherlands. But while he's in town, he's doing training, and so that's a really important thing. They've actually got people coming in from other states who have windmills who are learning about it, and so that's perfect. If you ever thought, that sounds really cool, I'd like to learn how to be a miller, they need you, so please volunteer. And there are people on both sides of the river that volunteer for that, so you don't have to live in Fulton, you don't have to be able to walk to the Windmill. Just volunteer, be part of the community.
And of course, you have the Immigrant, the Windmill, but they also have the Cultural Center right across the street with a display of windmills, and it's very, very attractive.
Exactly. And so if history is your thing, that's a great way to get involved. This is kind of a docent there.
Before we let you go, of course, it's summertime. People like to get out and about on the bikes. How is that program doing?
Right. So I think the bikes are doing fantastic. I haven't looked at the actual numbers yet, but to me it looks like they're being rented a lot more than they were 2 years ago. So last year they never got out. We had some issues within the company that was renting them and things, and they never got out last year. And maybe that's why. Maybe people were like, oh, I missed it. I'm going to take advantage of it. But it seems like people are out there and riding them. And, of course, I have Christine, who's working in the office, who is fantastic at just taking care of them. And she told me the other day, she said, oh, I was up checking them and one has a wobbly seat. And so I got on and rode it and made sure that it worked. And that's wonderful because that's not my strength. And I love that it is hers and she's great with it.
Well, great to have you in. If people would like to find out more about what's all taking place, and there certainly is a lot going on, how can they do that?
There is so much. So get on social media, get on Facebook and Instagram, visit Clinton, Iowa, and visit Fulton, and see what's going on, and mark all those events and put them on your calendar.
Lesley, thanks so much.
Thank you.